Hey y'all, welcome back to the Hack Shack. In this video, we're going to be following up from the previous Nabu video where I had a heck of a time getting RS-422 to work, and in fact was not able to get that to work. By the end of that video, I was suspecting U12. Had a lot of folks chiming in with some various ideas and things, but I wanted to set some stuff clear here at the beginning of the video.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
If I didn't make them clear in the last video. I tried a known good adapter and a known good cable. I borrowed the one from Retro Combs that he made that worked just fine. So basically took a cable and adapter that was working A-OK, plugged them into my system, my PC, and they would not work. So it's not the cable, it's not the cable length, it's not how the cable is made. That was not my problem. So make sure I'm clear about that. And while I was thinking it may be the U12 IC, other folks seem to think that that might not be the case because that is actually a dual receiver decoder, and the keyboard actually goes into one of the inputs, and the keyboard was working fine. I think some folks thought it was unlikely that part of the chip had failed, but I guess we will see. Like I mentioned in the previous video, I figured out what chip U12 was because that's really where I was leaning based on my test. There's also a resistor that is between the plus and minus on the receive coming in that's supposed to be 180 ohms. Some folks mentioned that. And I had tested that before, but I'm going to pop up a clip here where I'm showing that that is 175 ohms, so close enough. So that's not the problem. There's some capacitors there that go to ground. None of those were shorted out. I felt very mostly confident that it was not anything other than something with U12. And I knew the serial chip itself was okay because I did the TTL direct and I could load data to the Nabu. I ordered up the chip from Mouser and it came in. We'll see how the installation goes. Check this out. So the case was still open from the work I'd done before. So all I had to do was get these top 3 screws and washers out that hold the motherboard in. Then these plastic clips that you just release with the pliers, and then the board came out and I was ready to use the solder sucker here. Add a little solder there to get that clean, push these pins over again. Finally got the chip out. Used a little solder weight to clean things up, and it was about time after this to drop the new chip in. Soldered up the new chip in here. Then clean things up with some alcohol and some toothbrush action here. Got the board situated back into the case, hooked things up after that. I also went ahead and hooked up my scope probe because I was going to check out what things look like while testing. Okay, I've got DJ software going here and power on the Nabu. And let's see what we get. Got some buzzing there. I hope that's my cables or something, one of these lights interfering. Let's see if it works. Sounds pretty good. That's looking pretty good to me. Let's go on past that this time. Yeah, so let's go for some Dig Dug maybe. Yeah, let's see if that loads up. So that's loading up okay. And just to show you, this is this cable in the back here that's going through this. So that's what's working. Everything's loading up okay, as you can see here. It looks okay. Until this point, I never saw this kind of data coming across in RS-422 mode, so I was pretty excited to see this all working. Now, here's a comparison that I showed in my earlier video. On the left is what I was getting when holding down, just sending steady stream of A's from PuTTY over RS-422, and what was arriving at the receive pin of the serial chip. On the right is the signal that was received when going direct at TTL levels straight to the receive pin of the chip. Now I'm going to overlay what I see today on the left, and you can see that this looks like it's supposed to now. To me, this shows that without a doubt, the problem was that one side of U12. I consider this issue resolved now, and I'm looking forward to putting this thing back together and getting on to using it as I originally planned before I went on this little side journey. Hopefully this information can be useful for anyone else out there with a Nabu that may end up having a problem with this chip like I did. Hey, if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching, and we hope to see you again next time. Take care, and Nabu Nabu.